Hi, everyone. Welcome to Spill the Tea Radio, where we interview awesome singer songwriters and those who influence their lives. Spill the Tea Radio explores the journey, creativity, and inspiration behind the songs. My next guest is well known in the Juno and Grammy areas. He is a Toronto based musician with East Coast roots and has selected for commissions and publishing projects on a national scale for 20 years. He is also the host of a popular show on a major Toronto based radio station, which is a departure from music, except for the song we featured when he was last on. So, let's spill the tea with John Dawson. Welcome, John.
Hey, good to be here, David. Good to see you again.
Well, John, the last time you were on the show was April 2025. We featured your song Under All the Lights,
Yes, sir.
which was based on your other passion, which is wrestling and
Ah,
part of the
yes.
show that you have on a major Toronto-based radio station.
Yeah.
So glad to hear that that is still going well. Give us
Mhm.
an update. What have you been up to since you were last on the show?
So what we've been doing, we just finished releasing the last single from my album that we put out in the summer. So Under All the Lights was sort of a sidestep from the album cycle we've been working through since last summer. So I went back to that and released a song called Mendin' My Ways. And along with that, I've been in the studio getting ready to finish off a new single that should be out in the next few weeks. Just tidying up some things, getting it ready to go. A whole bunch of new material coming. So I've been recording, got the last single. So I'm just yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with all that stuff.
Where do you find the time to get all of this stuff done? Because you have a full-time profession that
Hmm.
is something that I could never ever do. You're a teacher, which I think is just awesome, and so thank you for your service
Oh,
to the young
thanks.
people
You're most welcome.
of our country. You have the radio show going. You are writing, performing. How do you do it all? Where do you find the time?
Well, luckily with the daytime work, it's a heavily structured day. So I come home and it. I don't really work late. We finish at a reasonable time. So there's lots of evening. And to be honest, the artistic piece doesn't really feel like work. It's something I just kind of do, and I like doing it around my family at home. I don't really like to go hide in a room. I write, I have all my gear set up, and I kind of just work as I live. I'm not really a, hide away from life kind of guy. So I just kind of work it in, steal bits of time through the day and finish a lyric here, jump in the studio for an hour there. But the key always being, I try not to let anything, you know, override just being present to my kids.
Mhm.
So that's maybe not, I don't know if that's a good answer, but it's kind of how I'm doing it anyway.
Where do you get the inspiration to write your music? The last song we featured, Under All the Lights, was inspired by your alternate career and passion, which is wrestling. Where do you get the inspiration to write songs?
I think it's just, I've often said some people have a journal, I have a guitar, and a lot of what I do is just listening to what's on my mind and showing up to do it. The only way you really learn to write is write, and to sit down and carve out with as much regularity you can. It's a discipline. I mean, I studied music, my degree's in music, and we study composition, or I study composition. So you develop the skills to sit and write. So it'll be just making that time to actually be present and then to scan, go, what's on my mind, and then sort of turning and teasing that out, chipping away at it until something emerges. you know
Let's get into Mend My Ways. the latest song from John Dawson. This song is the fourth single from the Outlier album. John, set it up for us. What is this song about, and what's the inspiration to write it?
The song is it's about reconciliation. It was recognizing, ostensibly taking the one person for granted that you shouldn't. The person closest to you, and this was my way of saying I know what I've done. I know the mistakes I've made, and I'm promising to fix that and move forward. I can see it, identify it. Now I want to move forward. So it's about reconciliation, basically.
Let's take a listen to singer-songwriter John Dawson and his song, Mend in My Ways.
I finally found my way back to you, love. I've stumbled on the road to home, but every step's a little bit harder. Still looking for the ends of old days, feeling for the mend in my ways. All the words have somehow faltered, all the things I've said or sung, but at the end of these two arms that hold you, hands that had pushed you away, feeling for the mend in my ways. I'll get over the fear that got a hold of me. I feel older, it's a feeling that has set me free, feeling that has set me free. I'll get over the fear that got a hold of me. I feel older, it's a feeling that has set me free, feeling that has set me free. I finally found that deep, cool water that I believe can wash me clean. Every day I wade a bit farther, and every day I feel the waves, feeling for the mend in my ways.
That was Mend in My Ways by John Dawson. John, tell people how to find out more about you and your music. What's the website, socials, and the streaming platforms?
Socials at John Dawson Music. Currently not a website that's active, working on it. Streaming platforms, all of them. Spotify, definitely Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, all of them. Anywhere you get your music, you can find the Outlier album and Mend in My Ways.
We have been in conversation with John Dawson. John, thanks for being with us.
Pleasure, David.